here are 6 types of houses that you should avoid, and the last 2 could be the most controversial, so stick around. Fixer-uppers, or as I like to call them, money pits. Money pits are those houses that appear to be a great deal. They often are lower priced and they seem that they are easy to fix. However, these houses have hidden problems that can lead to expenses and repairs that are ongoing maintenance costs. For example, the house may have an old damaged roof, outdated plumbing or electrical system, or a foundation that needs repair. These issues can be costly to fix and may not be immediately apparent during a simple walkthrough or inspection. Homeowners should be cautious when considering these money pit houses, as the initial savings on the purchase price can be quickly outweighed by the costs of home repairs and maintenance. So if you're new to the housing market and not really handy, you might want to avoid these homes. Quick flips. On the opposite side are homes that look so nice on the inside, but when you dig deeper into the history of the house, you find that it was only recently sold a couple months prior and relisted for a much higher price. This is called a quick flip home, and you need to be aware of these. Buyers buying a home that has been recently flipped can be risky for several reasons. Sometimes people who flip houses try to hide big problems like issues with plumbing, electricity, or even the structure of the house. They might cover up these to save time, money, but it can also lead to expensive repairs down the road. And the tricky part is, these problems might not be obvious when you first look at the house. And because all these flips are done quickly, sometimes the work isn't done very well. This can mean things that start to fall apart sooner than you expect. Lastly, flipped houses are often priced higher than they'd really be worth. People flipping houses want them to make money. They want to profit from it. So they add the cost of the renovations to the price. So if you're thinking about buying a flipped house, make sure you look closely at the work that's been done. Get a thorough inspection and consider if the price is fair for the quality of the house, or just avoid it in general. Flood zones. The allurement of a house with a stunning view and water. But wait, before you get swept away in the beauty of the reflection, let's talk about flood-prone areas. These spots might seem like paradise, but they can also quickly turn into a fiasco beyond your expertise. You see, living in a flood zone area means you're at risk of flooding, which can lead to expensive damage and sky-high insurance costs, monthly costs, yearly costs. Sure, the view might be worth it, but is it worth the potential headache? So flood damage can be a real problem. Plus, insurance companies tend to charge more to cover homes in flood zones. So you'll be paying more just to protect your home and just to have that beautiful view. So if I were you, I would avoid buying these homes in the Chattanooga area, where we are prone to heavy rainfall and we have also the Tennessee River and the Chickamauga Lake running through the city. Be sure to check out the flood map here before you buy a home. So before we get on to the next points, I want to say, wow, you might be thinking this is overwhelming. There's so much I need to know about buying a house. Well, that's where a good real estate agent comes in. I am a real estate agent and I work for the #1 real estate team in the country. So if you want to learn everything there is to know about Chattanooga and the surrounding areas and are interested in buying or selling your house, make sure you subscribe. You'll be the first to know about the current real estate market in the area of Chattanooga. By the way, we love hearing from you every day through calls, texts, and emails. So no matter if your move is early or late, we're always here to make it great. All right, so the next point, older homes. Many people might think old homes are cozy and full of character, but buying a really old home, especially if it hasn't been taken care of, can cause a lot of problems. While fixing up a home can be exciting, it can also be expensive. Homes, especially those built before 1978, can have dangerous things like lead inside the painting of the wall, or asbestos as the insulation and flooring and different things like that. And mold. These things can make people sick, and if not removed carefully, lead found in old paint can be harmful, especially to kids. Asbestos, which is used in insulation and like the flooring I was talking about, can be a lung problem. Mold grows in everything damp, so it can cause breathing issues. So look closely. Electrical wiring and plumbing in old homes might not be safe. Old wiring can start fires, old pipes can leak and cause damage. So before buying an old home, it is important to have a professional check for these problems. While old homes can be charming, it's smart to know about these risks before deciding. Brand new homes. That's right, I said it. Some brand new homes are to be avoided at all costs. Why, you ask? It's a brand new house. There shouldn't be nothing wrong with it. Wrong. Buying a new home can be exciting, but it's important to research the builder first. Some homes are built quickly, which can lead to a problem later on. There have been a lot of cases where homes built in a hurry show issues within a year or two. These issues can be small, like painting or flooring problems, or big, like issues with plumbing or foundation. Fixing these problems can be very expensive and stressful. To avoid these issues, it's a good idea to research the builder before buying. Look at their reputation and reviews from other homeowners. You can also hire a good licensed home inspector to check the quality of the home before you buy it. This way, you can make sure the new home is built well and it won't give you any problems later. Finally, homes with HOA or homeowners associations. This might be a little bit debatable, but I want to say that I've never bought a home personally that I was satisfied and happy with the HOA community. My wife once bought a condo in another state with an HOA. Now let me tell you, it was like living out of a rule book. Our curtains had to be a specific shade. We even got letters about our slippers being beside the door. Not to mention the increased prices every year for the HOA fees. Another family bought an HOA home and discovered the HOA president was snooping around their backyard picking up branches. Another friend of ours who bought an HOA community had to ask permission from everyone in the street if they could have their own pool in their backyard. So sure, HOAs have their perks, like they keep the neighborhood looking sharp, and some even have a community pool, a gym. But if you're thinking about buying into an HOA community, just make sure you read all the rules and regulations thoroughly before you buy your home. Make sure that there are rules that you can live with and that the HOA is well managed, so you don't want to end up feeling like you're living under a microscope or constantly battling over minor issues with a community that has no face. So if you're considering an HOA home, just do your homework and make sure that it's the right fit for you. Maybe it is. Maybe this is exactly what you need. You don't want to live beside a neighbor who has a car park next door. That's a good perk of the HOA community. They'll take care of that. But if you want a little more freedom, I would suggest not buying into an HOA community. And there you have it, folks. Those are 6 homes that you should never buy, but I want to pass it back to you. Should you live in an HOA community? Maybe is there something I missed that you would never buy again? Add it to the comments below, and I want to see. I read every one, so I'm very curious about what you think about this. So if you leave a comment, maybe we'll do part 2 to this video. Like in any given place, there are pros and cons when deciding to make Chattanooga your new home. However, if you're intrigued by the idea of relocating to Chattanooga and starting a fresh chapter, pursuing your dreams, don't hesitate to give me a call. I'll be delighted to help you find your ideal place in the scenic city. So give me a call, shoot me an email, or take my move survey in the links below this video, and we're happy to help you make a smooth transition. Check out my next video on Chattanooga here, and until next time, we'll hope to see you around town.